Good evening, and welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KD8BYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2414 with the release date of Friday, February 2nd, 2024 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Arrests are made following the destruction of a radio tower. An island de-expedition becomes a memorial and a tribute. And in New York City, one school serves as a model for ham radio education. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2414 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's first independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Wadsworth, Ohio, here's Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
Our top story takes us to Oklahoma, where arrests have been made following the destruction of a broadcast radio tower. We have that report from Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
2 people have been arrested in Texas in connection with the recent theft of copper from a radio tower in Cuyahoga, Oklahoma last month. The Choctaw County Sheriff said that the 2 were identified by scrapyard employees in Paris, Texas, where one day after the January 15th incident, they tried to sell copper wiring from the coax line. Authorities said that the Payne Media Group, the broadcast station's owner, was contacted and confirmed that the copper had come from the tower for KITX, a 50,000-watt station serving southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. Paris, Texas is one of the communities in the station's coverage area. The station has been live streaming and operating with a limited broadcast range following the destruction of the tower. Its guy wires have been cut, and its backup generator also was destroyed. As Newsline went to production, charges were still pending. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
The spring semester is getting underway at Staten Island Technical High School in New York City, where in one class, becoming a licensed ham is part of the curriculum. We have those details from Neil Rapp, W8VPV.
32 newly licensed hams are learning in one NYC high school that being a radio amateur is not just a textbook exercise. In the engineering classroom of Everton Enriquez KD2CZT, they will be making use of HTs, repeaters, building directional antennas for fox hunts, and perhaps making a contact via the International Space Station's repeater. This school is the first in New York City that is being built into a model school, according to Steve Goodgame, K5ATA. Steve, the ARRL's Education and Learning Manager, said this is also the first NYC school to receive an ARRL grant for the STEM kits being used in the classroom, funded by Amateur Radio Digital Communications. Everton prepared for bringing radio operations into the classroom by attending the ARRL's Teachers Institute on Wireless Technology held last fall at its headquarters. He told Newsline that for these juniors and seniors, passing the amateur radio license exam was a course requirement. It is his vision to show the kids what a difference a knowledge of radio and electronics can make in their lives. It opens up scholarship opportunities and later, careers. For now, the homework assignment for everyone is to get on the air and show the rest of NYC's schools how it's done. This is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG.
For organizers and operators here in the United States and Canada, Winter Field Day is over. Teams will continue to send in their logs through the 1st of March, but Mike, W8VPV, told Newsline that 1,293 registered locations participated in the event on the 27th and 28th of January. 667 of those were clubs. Early results show that 54 countries appear in the log, and several countries were hosting their own Winter Field Day operations. Mike told Newsline in an email, quote, "We are very happy with the growth of the event," end quote. Planning has begun for next year when Winter Field Day will be held on the 25th and 26th of January. Meanwhile, the Indian media carried a report that amateurs in that nation also conducted an emergency preparedness exercise known as the ARSI National Field Day Contest. Hams from the Mangaluru Amateur Radio Club, Manipal Ham Club, VU2 MHC, the NITK System for Emergency Assistance, Response, and Communication Hub, and the NITK Club Station VU2 REC took part in the Amateur Radio Society of India's National Field Day on the 27th and 28th. A group of friends is about to begin a de-expedition that will fulfill the dream of one of its organizers who was a noted ham in Chile. The trip will also serve as a memorial to him. Jim Meachin, ZL2 BHF, brings us that story.
The sudden and unexpected death of the expedition leader Marco CE1EW late last year seemed to leave the fate of the Robinson Crusoe Island expedition in the balance. Marco had been organizing this trip and coordinating the logistics with an eye towards activating. In his honor, 7 members of the team are making sure that the project goes forward. A report from Guillermo XQ3SA, the team's logistics leader, says that the equipment is being shipped to the island in the Juan Fernandez National Park in time to get on the air on February 10th. The activation of the call sign CB0ZA will continue through till the 24th and will be a memorial de-expedition. The team announced on the 17th of January that the de-expedition will also include an off-island team of more than 30 remote operators from around the world who will be making use of a radio in a box on FT8 and CW. This operation will have the call sign CB0ZEW. The next-gen RIB will be taken by HAL W8HC from West Virginia to the island. Operators will access it remotely via Starlink satellite internet. The de-expedition page on QRZ.com recalls Marco as, quote, an avid DXer, park activator, family man, but most of all, a terrific person, end quote. The team writes that their goal is to have his contributions remembered as, quote, the corner store of this, Marco's last de-expedition project, end quote. This is Jim Meachin, ZL2PHF.
A busy satellite digipeater is scheduled to end its service, but AMSAT hopes the satellite operators will have a change in plans. Andy Morrison, K9AWM, has that story.
AMSAT has made a plea to Sapienza Space Systems and Space Surveillance Laboratory to postpone its scheduled shutdown of the digipeater aboard the amateur satellite known as Green Cube, or IO-117. The satellite was scheduled to be decommissioned on the 5th of February. Radio operators around the world have been making use of its digipeater for QSOs for more than a year, including those for the high-profile TX-5S de-expedition on Clipperton Island in the Pacific Ocean. AMSAT said this marks the first activation in 3 decades of Clipperton Island via amateur satellites. In a January 25th letter requesting the decommissioning's postponement, AMSAT's president, Robert Bankston, KE4AL, reminded S5 Labs Green Cube team that amateur satellites such as AMSAT Oscar 7 often enjoy extended lifetimes. The still active Oscar 7 was launched in 1974. AMSAT committed itself to involvement in helping manage Green Cube in cooperation with AMSAT Italia, S5 Lab, and other AMSAT organizations. He said in his letter that Green Cube, amateur radio's first medium Earth orbit satellite, has, quote, opened worldwide long-distance contacts via amateur radio satellite that had not been possible since the loss of AMSAT Oscar 40 in 2004, end quote. This is Andy Morrison, K9AWM.
Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio News Unheard on bulletin stations around the world, including the K4EX repeater in Dade City, Florida, on Tuesdays after the 7 p.m. net. Does your amateur radio experience ever inspire a bit of poetry? Amateur Radio Newsline challenges you to immortalize that incredible QSO or fantastic antenna by participating in our weekly haiku challenge. Use the entry form on our website, arnewsline.org, and please follow the rules for writing your 3-line haiku. We cannot accept any entries that aren't written in traditional haiku form. Visit our website and check out our previous winners. If you remember the show Ham Radio and More that was popular on commercial talk radio in the 1990s, you'll be happy to know it's back. Well, sort of. The Digital Library of Amateur Radio and Communications has gained more than 300 episodes of the program for its growing collection. The show's devotion to amateur radio eventually took it from its home studio in Arizona and landed it in national syndication as guests discussed the issues of the day. If you don't remember the show but think you might become a fan now, check it out by following the link that appears in the text version of this week's script at arnewsline.org. The FCC is investing in more resources to fight pirate radio in the U.S. Jim Dameron, N8TMW, has those details.
The FCC is stepping up its pirate radio enforcement with 4 new hires and the purchase of 6 vehicles with mobile direction-finding equipment. The FCC outlined the move in the annual report its Enforcement Bureau makes to the United States Congress. The vehicles are to be equipped in 2024 and 2025, and additional hires will be made beyond the initial 4. The FCC has been intensifying these enforcement efforts since 2020, the first year of a new law known as Preventing Illegal Radio Abuse Through Enforcement, known by the acronym PIRATE. The Act set higher caps for fines, hiking them to $119,000 per day and $2.4 million total. It is not known, however, whether any of the fines imposed under the 4-year-old Act have yet been collected. The FCC is not authorized to collect the fines, which must be done by the U.S. Department of Justice by going to court. This is Jim Dameron, N8TMW.
Soda is reaching new heights in Western Malaysia, and Jim Machin, ZL2BHF, tells us how hams there are staying on top of things.
Barely a month old, the West Malaysia Soda Association is growing its membership and encouraging hams to join if they are interested in chasing or activating mountain summits as a portable operation. The association's manager, Piju 9M2PJU, provides hams in Malaysia with an introduction to the history and importance of the worldwide award scheme, which began in 2002 in the UK. It now covers more than 150,000 summits around the globe. Piju is the Malaysian coordinator for communication with other SOTA organizations, and his role is to ensure Malaysian SOTA ops follow all relevant regulations and standards. Piju said that the West Malaysia region has 373 summits. He is encouraging interested hams in Malaysia to register and create a free account on the SOTA websites, which provide lists of valid summits, their locations, elevation, and point values. The West Malaysia SOTA Association launched on the 1st of January and does not include the 2 Malaysian states that belong to the East Malaysia SOTA Association. Bonuses will be given to hams who activate during the monsoon season or during other harsh weather conditions. This is Jim Meachin, ZL2BHF.
If working state QSO parties during the year is among your weekend amateur radio pursuits, there's a new challenge you might want to tackle. It involves bringing your fellow hams along for the ride. Amateur Radio Newsline Mark Abramovich, NT3V, has the story.
The people behind the State QSO Party group have thrown down the gauntlet to Q-peers, as they're being called, across the U.S. and Canada to gather your friends together to compete in the State QSO Party Club Challenge. Dave Edmonds, WN4AFP, director of the group formed in 2020, tells Newsline the goal is to generate more activity in the 47 QSO parties held during the year. The invitation is open to all, meaning you don't have to be an entrant in a particular contest. Just get on the radio and make contacts by scanning the bands and work any state QSO party station. Edmonds says a major sponsor supporting plaques and certificates wants you to work the QSO party in your home state, as well as those in a couple of other states. He told Newsline that the State QSO Party Club Challenge, which was launched in early January, would like to recognize not just individuals, but radio clubs for getting members on the air to have some fun, chasing home, mobile, rover, and portable stations. Some of them operate from rare counties. As you and your fellow club members are making contacts, he says there's a component for competition between individual club members as well. All county hunters have a chance to pick up a bunch of new counties in pretty quick order. Of course, if you're still chasing the Worked All States Award, this is an opportunity to fill in the gaps on some of those hard-to-find states. Edmund says the club challenge runs from February 3rd until November 30th. You'll find more at the link posted in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. I'm Mark Abramovich, NT3V.
In the world of DX, a team of 15 operators from various regions of India will be activating Nakaguntu Island IOTA number AS199 with a call sign AU2RS between the 23rd and 25th of February. The operators will be using CW SSB and FT8 on 160 to 6 meters and via satellite QO100 with 5 stations. The operators hope to be first to activate the island on a digital mode and via QO100. See QRZ for details, QSL via M0OXO. Be listening for BJWA7WJR operating as DU3/WA7WJR while operating holiday style from the Philippines. He will be on the air from the 4th to the 9th of February, operating CW, SSB, and some digital modes on 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10 meters. His trip will include the Governor Macario Arnedo Park, POTA number DU0082, and the Mount Ariyat National Park, POTA number DU0002. See QRZ.com for QSL details. Although the commercial use of Morse code in the U.S. can only be found in history books these days, radio listeners around the world enjoy a tribute recently to that long-gone practice. Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITV, gives us the details.
There was no international intrigue, just some entertainment and a challenge as radio listeners copied a series of Morse code messages that employed methods once used by Cold War-era stations. Numbers in clusters of 5 were sent over commercial HF frequencies using RTTY and CW on the 20th of January from historic Maritime California station KPH. This was the third such cryptography event by members of the Maritime Radio Historical Society, which was created in 1999 to preserve the tradition of maritime Morse code. The Society estimates that about 150 people participated from around the world. The station is located at Point Reyes National Seashore, and it is a National Park Service historical site. Of course, the Society doesn't have to wait for one of its events to send Morse code. Volunteers get on the air on the Society's amateur station, K6KPH, where they send CW the old-fashioned way, by hand. This is Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITV.
With thanks to the Amateur Radio Daily, AMSAT News Service, ARRL, CQ Magazine, David Behart, K7DB, Digital Library of Amateur Radio and Communications, DX World, Everton Enriquez, KD2 ZZT, FCC Maritime Radio Historical Society, PJU, 9M2PJU, QRZ.com, Radio Inc., Radio World, ShortwaveRadio.de, Steve Goodgame, K5, ATA, Soda Reflector, Winterfield Day Association, Wireless Institute of Australia, Worldwide DX, YouTube, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen E. Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York and our news team worldwide, I'm Stephen Kinford, NAWB in Wadsworth, Ohio, saying 73. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2024, all rights reserved.
This concludes our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. Net start in about 10 minutes.
W8VPV. Repeater. W8VPV. Repeater.
Good evening. Calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. I was operating the wrong microphone there to radio, which wasn't on, fortunately. My name is John, and my call is W8VPV. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur radio ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirming each call 1 at a time. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until the activity tapers down, and then I'll go one-on-one, one at a time. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been worked, I will repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment. Well, this evening it's on 6 meters, so everybody has the privileges. It's on 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. Here are the announcements. Let's see here. February 8th at 5:30 p.m. is an officers and trustees Zoom meeting. February 14th is our business meeting. Hopefully we'll have enough for a quorum this time. We have some important issues to vote on. Then our activity meeting is February 28th. Back on February 25th, that's a Sunday, is the volunteer exam session. And that is at 1:30 p.m. Since it's a Sunday, it's a little later. And let's see, so that is at the Cuyahoga Falls Library. You can get to it from 2nd Street or 3rd Street, south of Portage Trail, north of Broad Boulevard. That's all that I have in the way of announcements at this time. So this is W8VPV asking for any officer or member who has items of special interest to the club. Okay, nothing heard, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Alpha Charlie 8XO.
I got AC8XO. Another one, please.
W8VPV.
W8VPV, another one, please.
November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa.
I got N8ACP, another one, please.
Kilo Alpha 8 Bravo Sierra Alpha.
I got KA8BSA, and one more.
HMS.
Yankee Tango Golf, no traffic.
Okay, I got K8HMS, and I got the end of a call, YTG. Come again with that call sign?
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf, no traffic.
Okay, are you in and out then?
Roger.
Okay, well, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, so that takes us up to Vince, AC8XO. Go ahead, Vince, with your comments.
Good evening, John, and anybody on the net. AC8XO here, your newsletter editor. If you have anything for the March newsletter, think about it. It's time to start thinking about what you want next month. Other than that, John, I don't have a whole lot, so AC8XO, back to net.
Okay, Vince, very good. You hear that, people? Start thinking about your March newsletter articles. Okay, thanks, Vince. Next is Jim, W8VPV. Go ahead, Jim, with your comments.
W8VPV, W8VPV. Not much going on here. Just want to say hi to everybody on the net, and look forward to seeing you at our next meeting, not this week, but the following week on Wednesday. And hope to see you all there. W8VPV, W8VPV.
Yeah, very good, Jim, and I hope to hear you on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Zoom. So thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. Okay, next was Chris, N8ACP. Go ahead, Chris, with your comments.
Good evening there, John, and all on the net. You might have said it, and I think I missed it, but if you could repeat the band exploration net information for this evening, I certainly would appreciate it. Thanks for running the net, of course. On Saturday morning, the 2023 CQ Worldwide Single Sideband Contest final scores were released about 2 months early, so that was a nice surprise. If you worked the contest, you might want to check out how you did. The high bands have been great lately, 10 through 20 meters generally. I've worked and heard everywhere from Alaska to Japan to China to Uruguay to the Philippines, Korea, Taiwan, and Taiwan was a new one for me. So that's kind of 153 countries with 100 watts in a wire. The power of the light bulb. Kind of crazy to think about. So anyways, that's all I've got, John. Back to net, W8VPV from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa 73.
Yeah, very good, Chris. Well, the band exploration net this evening is on 6 meters. It's on 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. And that reminds me, N1EZZ sent us a message on the Aries net over the FL Digi that there's a CME event that was forecast to be here yesterday, but it didn't. So they're saying maybe by the end of today that it will be here. So that may affect some DX capability. Okay, very good, Chris. Thanks. Okay, so next is Keith, KA8BSA. Go ahead, Keith, with your comments.
Good evening, everyone. This is Keith, as our great Net Control said, KA8BSA. Haven't been around a while. I apologize for that. A lot of crazy things happening in my family. I lost my mom 2 weeks ago Tuesday, and not a good time. Alzheimer's caught up with her, and we're getting better. Got my DXCC on multi-band, so that's good. So back to you, KA8BSA.
Oh, sorry to hear that about your mother there. We'd send our condolences. So thanks for checking in, and have a good evening. Okay, next was Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead, Steve, with your comments.
Hi, John. Just check. I'm on the 440 side. Do you have a copy on me?
Yeah, I hear you where you are now, so just stay there. It's good there.
I'll stay here. It's my home QTH with my little vertical. So anyway, yeah, good evening to you. Good evening, everybody. Glad to hear you. And yeah, not much going on. Just really enjoying this nice weather. You know, to me, you know, it's not snowing. That's good. So other than that, not much. See you on 6 meters. And oh yeah, I did Clipperton Island expedition that was going here a while back. It kind of amazed me. I worked them on 12 meters sideband with my big 60-foot long. Amazing what radio can do. Back to you, KHMS.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Well, congratulations. 12 meters with a 60-foot wire getting the expedition there. So very good. And maybe we'll hear you on 6 meters there then. Okay, let's see. And then the other Steve, KE8YTG, was in and out. So that takes us to the bottom of the list. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
November 8, November Hotel, Mark and Akron, in and out.
Okay, Mark, N8NH, we have you in and out. Thanks for checking in. Another check-in, please. Okay, we got a scratchy W8EZT. We got you, Frank. Thanks. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
KD8CME.
Was that KD8CME?
Kilo Bravo 8, Charlie November Echo.
Okay, CNE. Okay, we'll get back with you in a moment here. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Papa X-ray.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Papa X-ray. We'll get back with you. Let's see, and 2 more.
Whiskey 8 Golf Bravo.
Whiskey 8 Golf Bravo. Thanks. We'll get back with you in a moment. And 1 more.
KC8YYS, Jim.
KC8YYS, Jim in Stowe. Okay, very good. So let's see. Okay, so the first one would be Frank, W8EZT. The guy before him was in and out. Go ahead, Frank, with your comments.
Good evening, everybody. W8EZT here. Hope I'm not too scratchy. I think I might have an antenna problem here. Just looking at my SWR. Yeah, it's time to get up on the roof and figure out what's going on. Don't have a lot to report. Again, no meeting this week. We do have the officer trustee meeting every Thursday, or this coming Thursday at 5:30. And by the way, because we are a 501c3, any member that wishes to join up or sit in and watch watch that meeting, please go ahead. It's primarily for the officers and trustees to kind of plan where the club's going, but we always encourage members to just listen in and just see what we're doing. And if they want to be an officer, we even encourage that more. That's really about all I've got, John. Looking forward to a great week weather-wise, and, well, we'll see what happens. We'll hand it back to you, W8ECT. I'll see everybody on 6 meters. Back to net.
Okay, Frank, very good. It was just a little scratchy there right at the beginning, and then last couple syllables at the end. So I don't know. It could be the repeater too. So how am I sounding? Am I scratchy out of the repeater?
No, John, you're doing great, and I'm looking at my SWR here, and it's over 3-1, so I definitely have some issues. I'll get on this maybe even tomorrow. Back to net, W8ECT. You're coming through great.
Oh, okay, great. You might have a squirrel or something chewing on your cable there or something. You never know. Oh, okay. That takes us to KD8CNE. Go ahead with your comments.
Good evening, Net Control and the rest of the net. The name here is Brad. The call sign is Kilo Bravo 8 Charlie November Echo, and I'm in Hudson. Kind of curious to know where your antenna is to it. This is the first time I've been on the radio in about 20 years. I used to be really active when I was at the University of Illinois with the student radio club there, but I don't really have a whole lot more to say right now, but nice to hear you all on, and I'll put you on my net schedule. Back to net.
Okay, Brad. The repeater is in Cuyahoga Falls up on an apartment building. From Hudson, you should have no problem. Thanks for checking in, and if you have 6-meter capability, our band exploration that starts at 9:30, and we will be on 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. So thanks, Brad, for checking in, and have a good evening. Okay, let's see. So that takes us to KE8ZPX. Go ahead with your comments. Okay, Jesse, you were only in there part of the time. You mentioned something about for some reason, and then that's all we could get out of it, except for some scratchiness. We have you on the log here, so thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, next was W8GB. Go ahead with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. The name here is John, W03X at the mic.
Yeah, good evening, John. We'll say good evening to the net. The name here is Greg, and we're here over on the east side of the falls, and haven't been on 2 for many, many years, and I decided to dust off the handheld and get some batteries and give it a try. So nice to hear everybody tonight, and maybe check in here a little more frequently. This is W8 Golf Bravo.
Hey, Greg, do you have 6-meter capability?
Yes, I do. I'm thinking of tuning that in later myself.
Okay, yeah, I'll be the net control station for that event also, so That's on 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. Thanks. Maybe we'll hear you there. Okay, last on the list here is KC8YYS. Go ahead, Jim and Stowe, with your comments.
Good evening, John. Everybody on the net. Yeah, it's been a long time, I guess, since I've been on here, but got some things kind of rearranged here. Some changes made here after the first of the year, and give me a couple of more nights here on net night during the week here, and hopefully I get back here to getting on at least 2 nights a month. I won't be able to make the the meetings this month here. I got some things going, and but if I can get on Zoom, I'll give that a try, and so you can get my vote in if you need it on Wednesday night, and we'll see what happens. But other than that, I don't really have much more to say. Hope everybody has a good week, and we'll be talking at you later. So I'll turn it back to you, John. This is KC8YYS.
Okay, Jim, very good. Hope to see you on Zoom there at the meeting next week. That'll be the 14th. So very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, that takes us to the bottom of the list. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic asking for check-ins.
TK, in and out tonight, John.
KA8WTK. Thanks for checking in there, Bill, and I fixed that feedback problem. Thanks. Okay, another check-in, please.
WA8RCN.
WA8RCN. Thanks. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
In and out.
KE8KVI in and out, and there was a bit of a pile up there. Who was the other one? Okay, I got Ron, KE8KVI, but there was somebody else checking in along with Ron. Go ahead. Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for a few more check-ins here. Okay, I got Mike in there, and then WB8CXO, and there was somebody else in there along with Mike. Okay, I see the problem. Yeah, that signal's not strong enough at this time. Okay, well, we'll just go up to WA8RCN. Go ahead with your comments.
Hi, John. W8RCN in the net. Say good evening, everybody. Just doing some things in check and listening here, and good to see we got the warmer weather. Not the warm weather's here. We're beginning to clean up the yard, and a couple trees down, and took a couple out here this week, and a lot of branches, a lot of sticks, and with 4 acres, this will go on for quite a while, so either get it now or later, and sooner the better, I think. Anyway, a little bit of work, and nice to get outside, though. I tell you, the weather's been nice. So back to you, and we'll catch you on 6 meters. W8VPV from W8RCN.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, but the forecast for the last half of February is for cold weather, so hopefully we don't get too much snow out of that. So thanks for checking in, and we'll listen for you on 6 meters. Okay, let's see. Ron KE8KVI was in and out, so next WB8CXO. Go ahead, Mike, with your comments. Okay, Mike, very good. Well, congratulations on that SDR thing there, and hopefully it works well for you. Okay, let's see, that takes us to the bottom of the list. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John WO3X at the mic asking for check-ins.
K8PU.
K8PU, well, we'll just go one at a time now. Go ahead, Larry.
That was a weird sound. That hurts my ears. Evening, John. Everybody on the net. Yeah, not much exciting going on, but I'm comfortable with this winter weather up till now. I can sure handle that. Like you said, it's certainly not over, and we're likely to get some more, but man, we're almost a week into February and can't complain at all. Oh well, get you over on 6 meters, John, and should be able to get into that, and so we'll get you over there. W8VPV, K8PU.
Okay, Larry, very good. I will listen for you on 6 meters there. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, Ralph in Stowe, in and out.
N8BAY, we have you in and out, and there was somebody else in there too. Go ahead.
KE8TQR, Keith in Uniontown.
KE8TQR, Keith in Uniontown. Go ahead with your comments.
W8VPV, KE8TQR. Good evening, John. Thanks for running the net tonight. Good evening to everyone else checking in or maybe just listening. Well, with the warm weather, I was able to get out on the tower project yesterday. I did some work inside the enclosure to get some of the grounding hooked up in there, and hopefully I can get some coax run from that off-center fed dipole into the shack. I didn't get out there today because it was a bit chilly, so I didn't go outside. I did some stuff down here in the shack. But tomorrow I plan to get on out there and do some more. So there's a couple warm days here. I hope to get a little bit done because I know the cold weather is right around the corner. We don't have to wait too long for it, and everyone just stay warm. But anyway, hope everyone's Monday was okay, and the rest of the week goes even better. John, listen for me over on 6 meter. I will crank up the Kenwood this evening and see if I can make it. With that, I'll send it back to you at net control. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless all.
Okay, thanks, Keith. I'll listen for you on 6 meters there. And, we have a couple of warm days coming, so I guess we'll all be taking advantage of that. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Check.
Was that a recheck?
Yeah, K8HMS, I'd like to ask Frank, EZT, a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. If Frank's there, go ahead, ask him the question.
Yeah, Frank, you still on frequency?
W8VPV here. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I would check with you before I throw this out. In fact, anybody else listening, if they're interested, I have a little dehumidifier thing here that somebody gave my wife. They thought they could use it for her hearing aids, but she can't. But it's just a little small. You know, I didn't look inside, but I just wondered if you might.
You're breaking up there, Steve. I heard dehumidifier, a little dehumidifier thing. If it's like a basement dehumidifier, one of these little things that's maybe the size of a bird cage, no, I probably don't really need it. Usually those are like mini air conditioners, and I don't have the tools to service them. Was that what you were talking about?
Okay, no, negative. Do you have a copy on me now?
In and out. Go ahead. We'll give it a try, Steve, or you can give me a call.
Okay, yeah, I can do it. Anyway, real quick, it's just a small unit designed to get moisture out of hearing aids and things. It's just a small little, probably 12 by 5 or 6, and that's all it is.
Off the top of my head, I'd say probably I don't need it, but thank you very much anyway. If anybody else out there wants it, they're certainly welcome to it. That's all I've got. Back to net. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Kate HMS.
Okay, Steve. Well, I don't hear a pile-up for people requesting that item from you. So thanks for mentioning that there, Steve. And so maybe you'll find somebody that needs it. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Kilo Delta 8 Foxtrot Kilowatt Golf. Scott here in Kenmore.
I missed the beginning of your call. Was it KE8?
It's Kilo Delta 8 Foxtrot Kilowatt Golf.
Oh, okay. Very good. Go ahead with your comments.
Yeah, really ain't got nothing to say. Just, I didn't know if this radio is still working. It's probably been a couple years since I've been on here, but just wanted to make sure this thing's working. And also, I'm in my room here just kind of cleaning out and everything. And I got some resistors and some capacitors and stuff like that I just kind of want to get rid of. I'm never going to do anything with them. So if somebody wants them, or if I can just take them and donate them to you, just tell me where to go.
Oh, okay, very good. Is it a really big ball
No, it's not really big. If I had to put a number on it, I would probably say maybe 15 to 20 components and everything. I was going to build a linear amplifier many years ago, but I just never got around to it, nor am I that smart or anything to build that. But, hey, the thought's always fun to build something electronic. But, so yeah, probably about maybe 25 pieces maybe.
Oh, okay. Maybe you could come to our meeting. It's in Cuyahoga Falls, and we'll be having one on Valentine's Day there. Could you do that, do you think?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Okay, where the meeting is at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ. It's in the social hall, or I guess it's the social hall. You get to the entrance and the parking lot on the south side of Broad Boulevard on 2nd Street. It's so you go on 2nd Street, and so it's between Falls Avenue and Falls Avenue and Broad Boulevard on 2nd Street is the parking lot. And the meeting starts at 7:30, and everybody is welcome.
Can you repeat that? At Pilgrim United Church, I think it was?
Yeah, Pilgrim United Church of Christ. It's a white building with a steeple, and it's between Broad Boulevard and Falls Avenue. Between that's the north and south boundaries, and it's just on the east side of 2nd Street. So to get to the parking lot, you get on 2nd Street south of Broad Boulevard. So the parking lot is between Broad Boulevard and Falls Avenue on 2nd Street, and it's a white building, and you'll see our cars parked there, and the door is over in the corner of the building.
All right, so yeah, that's good to know there. So and that was February 4th. So yeah, and you said that was 7 o'clock, right?
February 14th, 7:30.
All right, well, thanks for the info. I got nothing more here. Just hope everybody has a safe and happy week. Enjoy the warm weather, and have a good day. Kilo Delta 8, Foxtrot Kilowatt Golf.
W8VPV.
Go ahead, Frank.
W8VPV here. Scott, good at hearing you in there. It's been a couple of years since I've talked to you. Hope all is well. Yeah, the club would appreciate donations like that. Even if we can't use them ourselves, we'll have them at our Hamfest coming up here in early April. And just wanted to put this note out, or reminder out to everybody. Part of our funding is through donations to the club. So if you do have surplus equipment that you don't need, we appreciate the donations. We can give you a tax. Basically a summary of what you've donated, so you can use it as a tax write-off if that's appropriate, and that helps to keep our club moving. So thank you very much, Scott. And yeah, we'll be meeting at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ on the 14th of February. The meeting starts at 7:30, though there are a couple of people there a little early as we set up and everything. So thank you very much for your offer, and with that, I'll hand it back to Net Control, W8VPV.
Okay, Scott, very good. Good to hear from you. And if you have 6 meter capability, in about less than 20 minutes, we will be on 6 meters on 50.270 megahertz. So maybe we'll hear you there. So thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening if we don't hear from you later. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Kilo Delta 8, Echo Romeo Charlie. Jack down here in Hardin.
Okay, none heard, so I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. So, let's see here. Like I was mentioning, on February 14th is our meeting. It's both in person and on Zoom, and that starts at 7:30 p.m. In person, it's at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ. 130 Broad Boulevard is the address, but you actually get to it by get to the meeting by going to the parking lot on the on 2nd Street south of Broad Boulevard. And let's see, then we have another meeting. The activity meeting is same place, same time on February 28th. Let's see here. There is a volunteer exam session on February 25th at the Cuyahoga Falls Library, and that test starts at 1:30 p.m. So get there somewhat before that, so you'll be ready to take the test at 1:30. And for officers and trustees, there's a Zoom meeting at 5:30 p.m. this Thursday. So don't forget about that. We need to discuss some items here before the meeting on the 14th. Let's see. So with that, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W8VPV at the mic. Last call for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any, and preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my co-host W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 21 check-ins counting myself, and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:14 p.m. local time. 7-3.
W8VPV. Repeater. T above T M S M T V active.
Net standby, this is W8VPV. Okay, here we go. This is W8VPV. Good evening. Calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night band exploration net. My name is John and my call is W8VPV. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This band exploration net meets every Monday evening at 9:30 p.m. local time, preceded by the VHF-UHF net at 8:30. And amateur radio Newsline at 8:01. The frequency for the band exploration net is on the calendar at www.cfarc.org. When checking in, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. Also, let me know if you have any comments or traffic for the net, or if you're checking in and out. I will start with announcements and then call for officers or committee persons or members with further items. When all have checked in, I will repeat the announcements. After that, I'll give one last call for check-ins and then close the net. Here are the announcements. The next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be on Wednesday of next week. That's February 14th at 7:30 p.m. It will be both in person at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, which is you get to the meeting by going in the parking lot on 2nd Street south of Broad Boulevard. The address, the official address for that place is the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, 130 Broad Boulevard. But you go to the parking lot on 2nd Street south of Broad Boulevard to get to the meeting. And it will also be on Zoom. Again, that starts at 7:30, and that will be February 14th. Then same time and same place, but on February 28th is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club activity meeting. So please plan to attend that also. There's always some interesting presentation at that meeting. And also, even at our business meeting on the 14th, we have a brief presentation about some item of interest. Then February 25th, that's a Sunday, is a volunteer exam session at the Cuyahoga Falls Library. That's on 2nd Street. You can get to it from 2nd Street or 3rd Street, and that's between Portage Trail and Broad Boulevard. The test starts at 1:30, so get there a little before that. You can... let's see here. Okay. For some reason, it wasn't showing any power. Okay. To register for that, go to www.cfarc.org and click on the word education up the top, and then that'll take you to a page where you just scroll down a little bit, and there's a wide yellow button there that says register for an exam, and that has the schedule, and you can register on that page. There's an officers and trustees meeting February 8th. That's this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. So if you want, it will be on Zoom. It's Zoom only, so okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe my plug is loose. I see that sometimes there's no power there. Okay, so if you want to attend that officers and trustees meeting, it's on Zoom, and so you'll see the link there. Okay, let's see. That's all that I have in the way of announcements at this time. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic, asking if there are any officers or members who have an item of interest to the club. Okay, nothing heard, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in.
K8HMS.
K8HMS. Good evening, Steve. Was my signal staying in there?
Yeah, you're sounding pretty good down here. You know, a little bit in the noise level because where we are, but yeah, you sound good.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you're sounding good here too. So, what do you have there for the net?
Yeah, nothing much different from the 2-meter net or whatever, but yeah, thank you much for running both nets. And I shouldn't say you're down in the noise level. I just have your good copy. I just got some static and stuff on you, and I don't know why. Just nice to talk to somebody on 6 meters because, you know, I really like this band, and I just never make any contacts. I never hear anything. And I do have a 6-meter dipole up, but anyway, it is what it is. So, anyway, like I say, thanks for running both nets, and hope for a bunch of check-ins here. W8VPV, K8HMS.
Okay, Steve, very good. Thanks for checking in. 73, have a good evening, and hope you hear some other activity on 6 meters also. So, I'll clear with Steve. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
KA8WTK.
KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill. We'll just go one at a time on this operation here.
No problem. Discovered tonight, I hadn't heard before, that there was the Japanese satellite that's on the moon has a 1-watt amateur radio transmitter on it. So I'll probably never hear it, but I'm going to turn on to its frequency tomorrow and during the day when the moon is up and see what goes on. Let's see what happens. 1 watt from the moon to my 432 beam that's pointed the wrong way. Probably not going to happen. Ha! But it's worth a try. It'll be fun. Anyway, back to net. W8VPV, KA8WTK.
What frequency is that on the moon?
437.41.
Okay, great. Thanks. I wonder how often it orbits the moon. Do you know?
It doesn't orbit. It's a lander. It's sitting on the moon, and it's not expected to survive the lunar night that's coming up in a day or two.
Oh, okay. So we better try it quick. Okay, very good. Thanks for that. That sounds like that might be fun. Very good. Thanks. Okay. Anything else, Bill?
Nope, nothing else tonight. Back to net control. W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Okay, Bill. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for that fun information there. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for check-ins. W8 EZT. Go ahead, Frank. There's no crackling or scratching going on here. Well, I didn't see any notice about the newsletter. I forgot to mention it earlier, but did you see the email from U-Haul? Yes, I did, and I have replied to the group that sent it to me. I'll get up there in the next day or two and pay it forward through July. Okay, very good, thanks. Okay, hold on a moment. Let me look at this tube tester that I have here. Hold on. Net standby. This is W03X for the Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor net. Standby. Okay, this is W03X back on the net here. This one is a precision That's the brand, Precision. So it doesn't sound like it's anything near what you have there, Frank. Well, Vince was asking for articles for the March newsletter. Yeah, maybe. Okay, thanks, and let's see, we'll talk with you on Thursday there, 5:30 p.m. Thanks. And have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for more check-ins.
Whiskey 8 Golf Bravo.
Whiskey 8 Golf Bravo, good evening.
Yeah, good evening there, John. This is Greg, W8 Golf Bravo over here on the east side of Cuyahoga Falls. Hearing everybody pretty good here tonight, so we thought we'd take your recommendation and come up and take a listen. I put it down in my little fly leaf in my book here, so I'll maybe try and do it on a little more regular basis. I remember back in the day when 6 meters was open, and I really enjoyed working it, especially 6 meter FM. But I haven't seen any real activity to speak of like it was back in the day. So I'm kind of hoping the propagation will get that way. It's a lot of fun when the band's open. So back she comes there to you, John. W03X, W8 Golf Bravo.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Well, this Band Exploration Net, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Band Exploration Net, is on a different band every week. So the first Monday of the month, it's on 6 meters. The second Monday of the month, it's on 10 meters on 28.360 megahertz upper sideband. Then the third Monday of the month, it's on 40 meters on or about 7.187 megahertz. It's usually pretty hard to find a quiet spot at 187, so sometimes it ends up being up as high as 7.2. Then the fourth one is on 80 meters on or about 3.827 megahertz, and that's the same story. We move up a little bit, and what we do is we announce the frequency near the start of that net time, near 9:30, on the VHF UHF repeater there. Well, the 2 meter repeater, because it's unlinked by then. So on the 147.270 megahertz repeater, we announce the frequency of the 40 meter and 80 meter nets. Then if there's a fifth Monday of a month, we depending on the time of year, like last Monday was the fifth Monday, we had it on 160 meters, and we tried AM. So we were on 160 meters, 1887 kilohertz AM. So that was fun there. But then during the spring and summer and fall, then we'll be on 12 meters or 17 meters. We kind of we planned that in advance, and we put it on the calendar, the www.cfarc.org calendar. We have the frequency of that fifth Monday band exploration net during the spring, summer, and fall. Well, also the winter too. Let's see. There is a 6-meter net on Sunday evenings starting at 7 p.m. It's on. It's FM. It's on a repeater, the N8XPK 6-meter repeater, and from where you are, let's see, it's 53.170 is what you listen on. You transmit on 52.170 megahertz, and you need a PL tone. You need to transmit a PL tone, and I would recommend the Richfield input on 136. It's 136.5 hertz for the PL tone. 136.5 hertz for the PL tone in Richfield, and I'd say that'd be the best one from Cuyahoga Falls. So I'll be the net control this Sunday. We alternate. It's me or it's Brian, KFAG. He's on the odd-numbered Sundays. I'm on the even-numbered Sundays. So it's going to be Super Bowl Sunday, so there might not be many check-ins this coming Sunday. Again, that's on 53.170. That's what you listen on. And you transmit on 52.170. And make sure you have your transmit PL tone as 136.5. Over?
Yeah, okay. I made a note of all of that, John. So maybe by chance we'll be able to get in there. I gotta figure out how to set this thing up for the repeater operation. I don't have it set up at this point. I don't believe. But I appreciate you passing on all that information. So that's kind of nice that you try a different band each Monday, and I can operate 160 all the way up. So that's not a problem. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for all the information. I'll definitely keep all that in mind.
Okay, yeah, for that 6-meter net on Sunday evenings, I have ICOM radios here. They do 160 to 6 meters, and so for that I put it on split. Just put it on split, and you might have to read the manual on how to get that to work. Okay. But once you get it set, it works real nice. You just put it on split, and you have to remember, if you're not going to be operating into that repeater, don't forget to press the split button to take it off a split. I've done that a couple of times. I was doing something else, and it was on split. I was even on another band, and it was transmitting on the split frequencies. I had to get on there and apologize for that. So, okay, very good. So nice talking with you, Greg. So thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening.
Okay, very good, John. Enjoyed it, and appreciate all the information you passed along. This is W8 Golf Bravo listening.
Okay, very good. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for check-ins.
WA8RCN.
WA8RCN. Wow, really blasting in here. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, it's my 100 watts, John, and my dipole. That's between two pine trees, about 20 feet off the ground. I put that up a long time ago, and I heard Ken on here a while ago, HMS, and yeah, I listen on this band too, and don't hear anything. But then I only got a dipole, so once I get the beam up in the air, everything back up in the air again this spring, we'll probably hear a lot more. But yeah, you're sounding good. You're like S9, and then HMS was like 20 over here, so he's kind of down the street from me though. So anyway, all right, we're not going to stick in here too long. We're just going to say hi to everybody, and a lot of guys that are checking in, I can't even hear because I only get that dipole up 20 feet off the ground. So anyway, good talking to y'all, and we'll catch you again next week. W8VPV from W8RCN.
Okay, Jim, thanks. Yeah, I'm just running a vertical. It's a, let's see, it's a 4-band vertical. It does 6 meters, 2 meters, 1.25 meters, and 70 centimeters. And so that's all that I use for 6 meters is that antenna. Eventually, I'm going to have a horizontal beam on another tower, on the tower where the 20 meter, 15 meter, 10 meter antenna is, and so thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Golf.
Okay, I got W8 CXO, and there was somebody else in there. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf.
KE8YTG. And then, okay, we'll get back with you, KE8YTG. So, WB8 CXO, go ahead with your comments. Okay, Mike. Well, thanks for that. That might be fun too. The beacon on 50.010 K8MMM, and then the AM net 50.4 at about 7 p.m. Okay, thanks, Mike. Thanks for that information. Okay, have a good evening there, Mike, 73. Okay, KE8YTG, go ahead with your comments.
Thanks, John. This is Steve in Stowe, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf. You're coming in a strong 5.9, John. I just thought I'd let you know I'm in Stowe. I'm running an 80-meter dipole multi-band, and so I just wanted to let you know you're coming in nice and very clear. So that's really all I had. I am looking forward to some nice weather here the next 2 or 3 days to work. I'm going to drop my dipole, and then I'm going to raise the mast another couple sections so to bring it up to the full 30 feet that I want. But anyway, 73 to you. Thanks for running the net, John, and wanted to say hi to everybody on the net tonight. This is Steve, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Tango Golf. Back to the net, over.
Okay, Steve, very good. Yeah, I have a really good copy on you there. Yeah, you have a really good signal. So thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, let's see. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John WO3X at the mic asking for check-ins. Go ahead, Frank. Okay, very good. Congratulations on getting what you needed for your B&K tube tester there. Very good. And in a short order, too. So, very good. Thanks, Frank, for letting us know. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in. Oh, KE8TQR. I can barely hear you there, Keith. But go ahead. I'll adjust some stuff here, maybe the noise blanker on that. But go ahead.
W8VPV, KE8TQR. I won't keep you, John. Just want to jump on here, give me one for the numbers. Hope everyone has a great week, and we'll talk to you all later. KE8TQR saying 7-3. God bless.
Okay, Keith. Oh, yeah, I put the preamp on, the received preamp, and I heard you very well there. So very good there, Keith. And yeah, I put on the noise reduction also, and so I was able to hear you clearly there. So thanks, Keith, for checking in. 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in. Okay, not hearing any at this time. I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-in. Okay, so February 14th is our business meeting. That's 7:30 p.m. It's both in person and on Zoom. And in person, it is at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ in Cuyahoga Falls. And to get to the meeting place, go to the parking lot on 2nd Street south of Broad Boulevard. So it's on 2nd Street between Broad Boulevard and Falls Avenue. And that's where the door to the social hall is. Again, that's 7:30 p.m. and it's also on Zoom. Go to www.cfarc.org, go to the calendar, which is on the right side of the page, and scroll down to that date. And the Zoom link is there for that date. And then 2 weeks later is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club activity meeting. It also starts at 7:30. And it's at the same place and on Zoom also. Then February 25th, that's a Sunday, is a volunteer exam session. The test starts at 1:30. Pre-register for that by going to our webpage, www.cfarc.org, and click on the word education. And then scroll down a little bit, and there's a big yellow button that has register for an exam, and that shows the schedule for the exam, and then you click on the exam and register. Make sure you have your FRN already before you plan to go to the test. Okay, let's see. And well, that's all we have for now. So With that, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W8VPV at the mic. Last call for check-ins. Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Okay, I don't hear any, so in preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. As mentioned earlier, this band exploration net meets every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Next week, the frequency will be on 10 meters, 28.360 megahertz upper sideband. Please feel free to check in regularly, even if only for a moment. All comments are welcomed and valuable to us. This has been John, and my call is W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net and return the frequency to the normal customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 10:07 p.m. local time with, 9 check-ins counting myself. 73